Thanks for joining me. My name is Amanda Tapping, and in this practice today, we're going to explore Surya Namaskar, or sun salutation. Sun salutation is taught in many a vinyasa or flow class, and it is a key component to an Ashtanga practice. And I want to present it to you in a way that allows you to see the different options you can take depending on your ability or your energy level, and also understanding the postures, because when we look at it at a glance, it just seems like this big kind of flowy, everything's a transition style of movement, when actually it is very separate postures that are linked together. So I'm going to take our time, break it down, so that hopefully you have a better understanding of this, especially if you're newer to yoga, and you may have gone into a class and been like, wow, they're moving fast. I don't know what the teacher means when they say chaturanga or now take your vinyasa. So we're going to break that down and just explore, see how it feels for your body. If this is very new to you, it might benefit you to kind of watch the movements first and then watch it again and do it along with me and see what you feel. Okay, so as we get started, we're going to go ahead and come onto our hands and our knees. And when you first get there, just kind of wag everything out. So allow your hips to circle around, perhaps. Move your head from side to side. Roll through the shoulders a little. Let's kind of see how your body's feeling. For me, it's still morning. I have my coffee over here. I'm taking it easy. So we're going to find our way under our hands and knees and find some stability here. And so when we're in this posture, it's important to remember that when you flip your hand over like this, your palm's facing up, it's not a completely flat palm, right? So there's that little bit of dip in the center, and I like to kind of mimic that or hold that shape when I flip the hand over so the palm comes to the mat. So in a sense, the center of the palm is a bit lifted. There's a little bit of bend in my knuckles nearest the fingernails, pressing into my fingertips. I can see my fingertips blanch a little bit from pushing into them. Fingers are spread evenly, but not too wide. And the shoulders are over the wrists. So it's important when we're in this space to not dump the chest down towards the floor and let all your weight collapse into your elbows and hands, but instead press the floor away from you, and when you do that, you'll feel your chest rise up towards the ceiling, right? So just a little bit of compare and contrast here. We take an inhale at the top, puffing your chest to the sky, and then as you exhale, let your chest kind of dip towards the floor. Do not bend your elbows. Inhale, press away from the mat, feel that lift, and exhale as we lower back down. Again, inhale, rising back up. Exhale, lower back down. We're going to go ahead and inhale, lift back up, and exhale, stay up. So this kind of strong supported shoulder girdle is what we want to take with us when we are in hands and knees, when we are in a plank pose, or when we are in a downward facing dog. And most definitely when we get into a chaturanga dandasana, which is kind of like a low push-up. We'll get there, okay? So coming back through, we've kind of explored that range of motion and kind of felt how it is to let the ribs fall away from the scapula, but we want to stay nice and strong there. Stretch our hands a little bit, so flip the top of your right hand over, right palm faces your chest. Perhaps gently shift your weight a little bit back to bring a stretch to your forearm and the wrist crease. Maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit. And we'll take that to the other side, flip the palm down. Top the left hand towards your chest, shift back a little bit, and again, maybe wiggle your fingers. Coming back through, palm down. Okay. Both hands to the floor, press away from the floor, let the belly tip down, let your tail flare up, inhale, lift your chin up. And on the exhale, draw the navel in, tuck your pelvis under, lift your spine as high as you can, chin to the chest. We do that again, inhale, opening, exhaling, round. Once more, inhale, open. And exhaling as we contract and round in. Come back through all fours. And from this place, strong arms, just getting into the shoulders a little more. I'm going to go ahead and inhale, sweep your right hand forward. Reach it all the way up to the sky. And exhale, reach it back. And then down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping your hand forward and up. Exhale as we reach back and down. Palm to the mat. Same thing other side. Reaching your left hand forward, pause. And then up it goes. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep it back and down. Once more, inhale, reaching forward and up. Exhale as we take it down. Pause right there. Nice and strong. Okay, so pressing away from the floor, shoulders attached to the ribs, length of the neck is long. Go ahead with strong belly. Step your legs back. We find plank. Now, when you come to plank, if it feels like you're kind of collapsing and sagging through the hips and you're getting a lot of compression in your low back, try to really pull your belly back up, firm up the front of your thighs. If this is still like, oh, this is too darn hard, lower your knees. You can take plank right here with your knees down. What you don't want to do, whether your knees are up or down, is let your belly drop down and let your butt flare back. We don't want to hold it here, and we certainly don't want to do that here. So it's kind of pulling the low belly in, push into the floor, try to eliminate that belly between the shoulder blades, nice and strong. We take an inhale, and exhale, hips to the sky. Find down dog. And in your downward dog, you can pedal out your legs a bit, bending your knees, shaking out your head. If it feels like you have all this weight in your hands and your upper body's rounded forward, bend your knees and work to straighten out your spine. Push into the hands. Think about lifting your hips to the sky behind you. And only if it's okay with the back of your legs, then straightening the legs perhaps. Heels may or may not touch the floor. That is okay. Inhale to look forward at your hands. Soften your knees. And exhale, walk the feet forward, finding a standing forward fold. So hanging down legs. As you hang down, your knees can be soft. We're going to slowly bend those knees, roll ourselves up to stand. Once we're up, relaxing the shoulders down the backside body, rooting down into the feet. So we're going to begin with kind of step one, what I like to consider one of the easier and good beginner ways to get used to doing a sun salutation. So go ahead and inhale, sweep your hands up and overhead, maybe gaze up. Exhale, take a forward fold, come down, bend the knees if you want. Fingertips can slide to the shins. Inhale, lengthen to look forward. So pull the shoulder blades back there. Plant the hands. We're going to exhale. Step your feet back through plank. Take a breath in at the top. We're really breaking this down. And exhale, we're going to lower the knees, then the thighs, the hips, and the belly and the chest. Palms to the floor. Elbows pull back. So don't let your elbows fall out to the side and your shoulders dump forward, but instead we want to pull the elbows back towards our heels. Tops of the feet press into the floor. The legs firm up. So we're not allowing all this kind of softness and disconnection from our glutes and our legs. We want to really find integrity there. So pushing into the tops of the feet, elbows pull back. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Now this is a cobra, right? Finding your breath here. Let's go ahead and exhale, lower down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, stay at the top. So oftentimes what we see here is when people rise up, the elbows will go out, the shoulder blades kind of jut up underneath the base of their skull, and they tip their head way back. Don't want you to do that. So pull your elbows back, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and only lift to whatever height your back will allow comfortably. Good, that's enough for now. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. We're going to plant the hands. Elbows pull back. This time I want you to inhale, lift the head and the chest. Keep your knees down. Exhale, hips back towards your heels. So find a child's pose. Really stretch your spine. And from this place, inhale, shoulders stack over the wrists, supported plank. Curl the 10 toes and exhale into your downward dog. Inhale to look forward and exhale, walk or step your feet forward. Fingertips to the shins. Inhale, lengthen, look up. And exhale, fold down. Inhale to rise, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands come to a close. So I'm going to do that again in a more of a one breath, one movement sort of way. Okay. Inhaling, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to look forward. Plant the hands. Exhale, step back. We're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Legs strong, elbows draw back. Inhale, lift the head and the heart, little cobra. Keep the knees down. Exhale, child's pose, heart bows down. Inhale to shift the shoulders over the wrists, supported plank. Curl the toes. Exhale, down dog. Breathe fully. Inhale to look forward. And exhale, walk or step your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen, peeking up halfway or less. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to rise, reach up and overhead. Exhaling, hands close at heart center. Okay, so we're going to go into the next one now. We're not going to drop the knees all the way down. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Plant the hands, exhale, step it back, right, from this place. We'll lower the knees, but we're not going to lower the whole body. So elbows point back, lower down. Let the crown of the head extend forward. Don't look down, but lengthen, look forward. And then from there, lower through the hips and inhale, lift the heart. There's that back bend. Curl the toes and exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale to look forward and exhale, walk or step your feet forward. Inhale, peeking up and exhale, folding in. Inhale to stand, rise, reach. And exhaling, hands close. Okay. This time, we'll take it again. Still breaking it down, but the knees will stay up as we take chaturanga. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gaze forward. Plant the hands, exhale, step back. Take an extra breath in here, breathe in. Exhale, we lower down. Point the elbows back, keep the belly strong. Lower through the hips, inhale, lift the heart through the hands. Notice thighs are off the mat. This is an up dog. Thighs down, elbows bent, cobra. Curl your toes, exhale, down dog. So that style of back bend is always up to you, whether that be a cobra or an upward dog. One is not better than the other. Inhale to look forward, and exhale, walk or step your feet forward. Inhale to lengthen, look up, and exhale, fold in. Inhale to rise, hands overhead. Exhaling, hands come to a close. Okay, so this last round will be a bit faster moving. I'll jump the feet back to lower, and I'll jump the feet up to come back to the top. So these, even in my own practice, I rarely do because I like to move a little more slowly and intentionally, and I find that it helps me just to maintain better form. So I can be very conscious of the way that I'm moving, particularly in my shoulders, because chaturangas are not the best for shoulders, and so I don't like to teach a ton of them, and I don't like to practice a ton of them. Okay, but for the purposes of this video, we'll do this one last time. Inhaling, arms rise, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gaze forward. Plant the hands. Exhale, we step back, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opens, up dog. Curl the toes. Exhale, down dog. To bring ourselves forward in one fell swoop, we inhale, gaze forward, maybe rise up tiptoes. Like to bring a little bend to the knees, sink the hips back, and exhale. Step it forward. When you land, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to stand tall. Reach the arms overhead. And exhaling, hands come down to the heart. Okay? So those are 4 different ways you can take Surya Namaskar. The first one being step back to plank and just allow yourself to completely lower to the belly. Little cobra, back to down dog. The second variation is from plank to drop the knees and we lower the chest halfway for a modified chaturanga. And then it's your choice, cobra or up dog. The third way through, we maintain the lift of the knees. So in plank, essentially, we're lowering down halfway, but we maintain the properties of plank, meaning a plank is a big board, right? So we're trying to be very long from head to foot. and not sagging in the center or popping our bottoms up. So that third round was taking it a little slower, lowering down with the knees up, coming up into cobra or up dog. Again, your choice. The fourth round was that kind of more traditional Ashtanga style where we gaze up and then step back, boom, immediately into chaturanga. So there's no plank transition there. We're just landing on the chaturanga. And then again, inhaling for a back bend. Typically it is an upward dog there. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And then again, we look forward to hop forward straight almost into that Ardha Uttanasana. Right? Or halfway lift. So it's up to you what you want to do in any of these things at any time. Or I often, when I'm teaching, when we are perhaps either doing a sun salutation or a vinyasa flow that has other components to it, but is essentially a sun salutation with sprinkles on top, right? Different postures thrown in. I will verbally cue people, go ahead, step back, either to down dog, or if you wish, you can lower down into chaturanga. And that gives the opportunity for practitioners to choose their own adventure and to honor wherever their body is on a given day. Okay? So to break down just a little bit more, Chaturanga Dandasana, which is 4-limb staff pose. Again, staff is a big stick, right? And 4 limbs essentially breaks down to your 2 hands, your 2 feet. And we're, again, trying to hold the properties of plank. So nice and long. What a lot of people tend to do in the beginning is they let their head fall down, and then what that does is it encourages their upper body to curve forward too, and we're trying to maintain an openness to the chest. So straight out of the gate, when you're in that plank pose, it's good to kind of look maybe 12 to 18 inches forward of your fingertips to maintain the nice long neck. Strong in your body. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, we bend the elbows. They stay in line with the heads of the shoulders. We lower halfway-ish, right? And then from there, go into the back bend. Now, if you notice that holding plank is difficult, or you can hold plank for a little bit, but that lowering down just is really hard, or that your elbows start to flare off to the side when you lower, it's a good indication to lower your knees in that transition. So example, I'm trying to come down, but then, oh, it's really hard, right? Elbows going out, my hips start to sag, and I plop. Instead of keeping your knees up, drop your knees. And then keep the strength of your belly. So again, we don't want to let the pelvis dump forward, the butt to pop back, the belly to dump down. We want to pull the navel in, and then just practice lowering to where we're able, right? You can feel your triceps on the back of your arms here really work as you come down. And then there, maybe we just keep it there, right? So you get to play with how low you go. And when you bend your knees and control that lowering, you're going to build the strength in your upper body a lot faster than if you're just falling time and time again or letting your shoulders and your elbows kind of move all over the place. So taking it slow and enjoying that movement. Sometimes in a faster paced class, the cues are given so quickly that you feel like you're just rushing through all these things. So slow it down and explore how long can you hold each of these postures. Can you say, get into plank, hold it 3 breaths. Lower chaturanga, hold it 3 breaths. Get into the back bend, hold it 3 breaths. Down dog, 3 breaths. That's a really nice way to kind of parse it all down and break it up. So enjoy playing with these different variations. And again, you know, if you're having a low energy day and you just want to move a little bit, doing the first variation that I had showed of gently lowering to the belly, taking a little back bend, moving it back to child's pose can feel really lovely, right? So enjoy that too. I highly encourage exploring all of these options on any given day. If you have any questions, please let me know. And outside of that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Peace.